You are now tuned into
Decadent Conversations
with Brown Sugar
Decadent Conversations
and Shea Butter, baby.
Decadent Conversations.
Welcome back to
Decadent Conversations.
You are now tuned in to Decadent Conversations. I'm your host, Shea Butter.
And I'm Brown Sugar. Welcome back.
Welcome back. So, if you haven't already figured out, we are in a new space. It looks similar to our old space because it's the same design. Shout out to my girl Artsy for hooking
Yes.
Decadent Conversations up. She's a super supportive friend, and I really want to shout her out for that.
And,
But
and
as you can see,
super
go
talented.
ahead.
Now, I was
Yes,
just going to
super
say, and
talented.
super talented.
If you need any worlds built, holler at my girl or holler at me. I'll give you her information. Let's put some money in her pockets because she's good at what she does. Um, I was saying though, as you can see, we have arms and fingers that we can, move and stuff. I could flick y'all off. We have legs. My titties moving back and forth. You know what I'm saying? Like, feel like I really did get a surgery. But yeah, though. So this is our new space. All right. So tell everybody what's been going on with you, Brown
I
Sugar.
I have had a crazy month or so. Like so much crap happened, crazy. I was in a car accident. So when was in the car accident, I was only off for a couple of days or whatever, and I sent my car to the dealership. While the car was getting repaired at the dealership, another car hit it in the same spot. I was like, damn, this is an episode of Final Destination. And after that, I had to have surgery on my foot. I actually put the surgery off for 10 years. So, and while they were doing the surgery, they actually found a tumor in there. So that was actually good that I did the surgery because they were able to
Yes.
remove majority of that out of it. So not to be all like that, but yeah. So
Now that
then
was in your foot, right?
yeah, that was in my foot.
The body is crazy.
I know. And I am walking out on heels and stuff with a whole ass foot.
Because when you noticed something was wrong, because I don't remember when you told me, Shay, something's going on with my foot.
Mhm.
But it's just crazy how the body gives you signals that something else is going on.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
because if your foot wouldn't really been that much of a concern,
Yeah.
you may have never found out about this tumor.
Exactly. I wouldn't have found out about it. So I hadn't been driving, because I really wasn't supposed to be. And at some point I started driving, so I dropped off the kid, and then on the way back, I was driving my daughter's car, and on the way back, the car just stopped like randomly, like for no reason. So I put on my hazards, and all of the cars were going around. I had called AAA to come, you know, tow the car because I wasn't sure what was happening. And while I was waiting in that lane,
Oh,
a
you were
guy
still in the lane. You couldn't pull over to the
I
shoulder.
couldn't pull over. But I was in
Okay.
the furthest lane, and everybody was going around for like 5 or 10 minutes.
He
So
wasn't
then
paying attention.
this guy in a work truck that carries the cars, those work trucks that carries other cars,
Mm-hmm.
like a truck, big old truck.
Mm-hmm.
He ran into me, so it just like totaled the car. The whole back was like smashed in, and I was just like, "What the heck?" Like, you
Girl,
know,
lawsuit?
we going through a process. I'm not sure exactly what's gonna happen, but my dad, he kind of crazy. He gonna say, "Well, I got this Hummer I don't want no more. Why don't you drive that when you go to the store next time?"
Mm-mm.
He was cutting up like he got the same twisted humor as me. So it was funny to hear him say that. But I'm okay. And I realized something. Um about all these things happening, it's like no matter what I've been going through, I've been coming out like better one way or another. Like I thank God for that. I just
Yeah.
been coming out better. Like I just have this sense of, I guess I should feel like scared or like I got bad luck or something, but really it's just confirmation that I'm protected.
Hmm.
So that's what's been going on with me. I'm like in good spirits, and I feel like everything happens for a reason. I'm off because of the foot surgery, and it's giving me time to kind of reflect. And I have realized that I do need to sit my butt down sometimes.
Say that again, because you still, I'm sure, did not understand what you just said.
I do need to sit my butt down sometimes, but it's hard for me to sit still. And I hate asking people for stuff and then they don't be moving like they need to be moving. Like, well, I don't have time. I'm about to hop on over to where I got to go because you moving too slow, or I got to tell you more than once. What's happening? I don't understand.
Um, Audience, with all the things that's been going on with Brown Sugar, if you agree that she needs to sit her ass down, type in the comments, sit your ass down. Type it twice, sit your ass down. And let me tell you why. She don't listen to the doctor. She don't listen to me. But she might listen to you ashy niggas in the comments. So go ahead and tell her to sit your ass down.
Look, it's not that I don't listen to the doctors. It's that I don't take doctors' words as law because half of them is practicing medicine. Okay? They practicing. They don't know what they doing. I go in there asking them questions. I be informing them of the stuff. I don't research more than them. Not saying I know more than the doctor, but if it's something going on with my body, I do extensive research, including medical journals, to make sure that I have as much knowledge as possible. And sometimes, depending on the topic, these doctors only have like 2 or 3 weeks of training in a particular area. If
This
something
is
wrong with
true. This is
if so,
true.
yeah, I mean, I have come in to a doctor and say, this medicine has side effects, and I don't like the side effects. What are the other options? I've had doctors to tell me, oh, there are no other options. Knowing damn well I got a list of other options on the paper I done printed out from whatever stuff that's online. All you gotta do is Google it, and I'm like, no, there are other options. So
All I'm
then,
saying is do your research with
mm-hmm,
anything, but just
mm-hmm.
as extensive as you are with that, extensively sit your ass down. That's the point that I'm making. Because you're sitting here right now, but then you're gonna be in Korea somewhere next week. Like it doesn't make any sense to me.
It's true. It's true. It's true. I don't like sitting still. I get
Anyway,
bored. Hmm. All
so
right,
my
don't do
weekend was
that.
cool. I don't remember what happened. No, Shay did not have any dates for Valentine's Day. I was just at home by myself. Maybe I should
Uh,
get a dog and die alone, like my ex and his godfather Kevin Samuels would say. Maybe I should do that. I don't know, but
damn, you didn't have a Valentine?
nah, girl, not this year,
Oh, okay.
not
Well,
this year.
I have a very nice friend that brought me some bomb sushi. I had some crawfish sushi in the spider roll, and I don't remember what else, but really, really good sushi and a box of chocolates that, of course, my daughter ate a fourth of the box of. But it was in half of the sushi too. But it was delicious, and I really appreciated it because I don't be inviting guys over to like the family house so easily, because my family crazy.
But this
But
was the same guy that's been coming over, right?
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, you always keep somebody consistent, you
yeah.
know, around, and I get upset. So they sneeze wrong and I'm cool. So that's just what it is.
Yeah, so
Mm.
that was nice. I felt bad because I didn't get him nothing, but we'll see what happens.
Damn, you didn't get him nothing?
Well,
All
you
the
know
shit he been
why?
doing for you, you didn't get him. Nigga, you
No.
got a credit card in Amazon?
Oh my God. I'm gonna tell you. I
See,
wasn't thinking.
motherfuckers take your kindness for
I
weakness.
don't.
Nah,
That's
for
what I'm
real.
saying. I feel bad that I didn't even think twice about it because normally I don't, that wouldn't be me, and I don't want it to feel like lack of reciprocation. You know what I'm saying? Because I do appreciate the stuff that he does, but I have been scatterbrained. That's all. It's just counted to my head and not to my heart. I get to forgetting stuff when it's a lot going on. So I didn't forget about him. I just forgot to order what I was thinking about getting in a
Okay.
timely manner. So I definitely I'll do something nice. Definitely, because I appreciate it, and I don't
Rem-
want him to feel like I don't.
Well, you said it on the show, and we know he's a watcher. So make sure you back up what you said and stick to that.
Well, by the time you edit and post it, I will have done
Oh, that was shade. Speaking of shade,
it.
I did have a chance to review last week's episode. You acted a plum fool, by the
You
way. I just want to
acted a
let you know,
fool.
nah, bitch, you kept cover for me. So you come in this motherfucker today and sit down and act accordingly.
I would be nice.
All right, what we talk about today?
Well, we had some questions that some gentlemen submitted that they
We gonna do
wanted.
the questions first? I thought we was
We
gonna
just
do the
going
questions at the end.
we could do the questions at the end.
Yeah,
You
that's
want
what
to
we
do?
said on last week's show.
Oh, okay,
I
I didn't
forgot though,
remember.
scatterbrain. You didn't take your medicine from the doctor. So
I hear.
yeah.
Go ahead. I legit did hear something. Okay. So our topic today is what are the signs that he or she has someone else in their lives? Of course, this is a situation where they're not telling the truth. They may not be telling the truth because if they tell you, then you don't need to look for signs. You already know. So, what are the signs that he or she has someone else significant in their life?
Now this hasn't happened to me because the men that I've dealt with, they just been like they have never not wanted to sleep with me anymore while we were together. But I do know that like if you are in a relationship with somebody, if that person stops sleeping with you, that could be an indicator that there is somebody else in the picture,
Oh
in
yeah,
my opinion. Yeah.
yeah, that could be. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think that's usually the biggest indicator because most of the
Oh,
time,
it's
like you
not. That's
said,
why I said they're hoes.
yeah,
Because you've
most of
dealt
the
with
time they
some and I
still
have too.
right.
They
Most of the
sleeping
time
with
they still
me,
sleep with
you,
you
your mama, whoever else. They
and your
just
cousin
as soon as they
too.
get out. Yeah.
I
So
think for sure one big sign would be when they're available, right? So if they're like not okay, like it was a guy I would talk to all the time. We would talk to in the morning, we would talk in the morning, we would talk after work, but from 6 to about 9, every single day he was completely unavailable from about 6 to 9 every single day. And of course, that pattern took a minute for me to notice because, shoot, 6 to 9, I'm usually doing stuff. But that was like the one indicator. And then, or like guys that can't talk late at
on the
night.
phone, or they can't talk on the phone, period.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, that's not always the case, but like it's one guy I
Girl,
talked
they
to.
can't talk on the phone, period. All they do is text. They can't
Yeah,
talk on the phone, period.
yeah, yeah. If they can't talk on the phone, period, or they can't talk on the phone after a certain time. And then they'll lie and be like, I just don't really like to talk. I'm more of a texter. I had one guy tell me I'm just more of a texter. I was like, oh, okay. That's a lie. And I ended up finding out that was because at first I didn't have no way of knowing if that he was like I either see you or I'm texting because I'll be working and I'm doing a lot and I just don't like really talking on the phone that much. Like it takes too much out of me. I'd rather see you or text, but not really talk. So I was like, it sounds weird to me, but I wasn't sure. But I ended up finding out like that was some BS. He had some other stuff going on. So definitely not being able to talk certain hours and definitely not being able to talk at all are good indicators. not sleeping with you or stop sleeping with you. But also with the sex stuff, all of a sudden got a bunch of new tricks. It might be some
But what if it
stuff.
was something that he was holding back? Like, do you really not review, do you really, like, I'm getting my word as my brain scrambled. Do you really, like, unleash or reveal all of your tricks and shit and the backflips and stuff that I heard you be doing on the dick and stuff? Like, do you do that on the do you do that? Like, when do you unleash the dragon? Like, how long before,
No, I agree that in the beginning, people may not show everything they know,
yeah,
right?
I'm gonna act like I can't suck dick a little bit. Like, what is that? Like,
Oh
what do
my
you
God. You going too far.
do?
I agree, but I'm saying like if you've been dealing with a person for a minute, then all of a sudden they just got, the extras going on. It's like a shift that happens and you don't understand the shift. It could be. I ain't saying it is. I mean they could be doing research online. I don't know. But I mean it could be an indicator of
And that
something.
could be a big ass lie, cause you gonna be like, where you learn this from? They be like, I read in the no, nigga, you don't even read. So where did you?
For real. I would say another indicator is like definitely a shift in the attitude, right? Like more nonchalant, less likely to like work through problems because they already got like somebody else to lean on.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Mhm.
definitely I would say that like is a factor.
So some of the things that I've noticed is phones always face down.
Hold on one second because
Okay.
This is Shea Butter reporting live from another bitch's business. And this commercial is brought to you by one of Cherry's fuck ups. I just want to go ahead and remind you to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Decadent Conversations. We will be releasing episodes weekly. Back to you, Fifi.
okay, I'm back. Go back. I gotta get my hands together, but I'm good. Go ahead.
So I was saying turning the phone face down, uh
Ooh.
not answering calls, like Rashida keep calling back to back and you're not picking up the phone to answer.
Mm-hmm.
I come in the room and you hurry up and get off your phone real quick. Uh you done found earrings, eyelashes, or whatever that don't belong to you. Um, what else? This person can only see you in the daytime or only in the nighttime. Um, y'all can't go to certain places because he's worried about who might see him.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I would
I'm sorry,
definitely.
I'm giving away all y'all secrets, fellas.
Oh well, we gonna get to the women because the women they gonna be different.
Nah, we ain't telling on us.
Oh, okay. Well, we gotta give them a chance.
Nah, they need to listen to the men's podcast and whatever they think is going on, because it's going to say some goofy shit like, if she keeps telling you she's on her period, she's probably cheating on you. Nigga, I got a whole fibroid. How you know I ain't really on my period? Shit. Um,
Right.
let me see what else as far as the
Oh, the disappearing acts or creating frivolous arguments so that they can go on that trip to Jamaica without being, whatever. Or I just need time to myself to think and to sort stuff out. Sometimes people do need reflection time, but that's more women than it is men that go through that whatever or I don't know, the disappearing acts for sure. Where you like, I haven't been able to get in contact with you. Well, I was just thinking and I was just reflecting and I'm going through a lot right now. That's usually some BS and they up under some woman. Usually. I ain't saying it's never true, but most of the time that's some BS.
if your man do construction and he come home smelling like Dove soap, he's
Oh yeah.
cheating.
Hmm.
It ain't no way
Right.
that your man is doing manual labor and he still smells bomb. He
Yeah,
don't
that's
smell
too
like he
fresh.
sweated at all.
That yeah, you as Irish Spring at 5:30 and you was all in the dirt. Yeah, that's a whole problem right there. Definitely, too. Women a lot of times have a lot of guys ain't gonna admit to this, but women we have a lot of influence over a man's thinking, right? And so if they start changing their like philosophy or coming with some like line of thinking that doesn't seem to be aligned with what they normally would say, then that's an eyebrow raiser. Like, who you been talking to?
Hmm.
So who you been talking to? Because we influence each other, so it's not like we are not around men that can influence our thinking or whatever. But men, I definitely have seen that where it's certain things that they'll say and it's like, that sounds like the words of a wise woman. Like like, like that's some other woman, that's another woman's energy around. And then of course, your spidey senses, you may not be able to
Yeah.
put your finger on it.
Y'all can't be y'all don't even know the difference between two, two, and two. And then you reciting Edgar Allan Poe the next day?
Right.
Nah. That's a problem.
Right. You know damn well he ain't read no Edgar Allan Poe. So it was some
Shit.
woman who is in literature that was
You
that he
want to know
talking
the
to. It's
and
an
you know the
English
crazy
teacher.
thing? She can have similar characteristics as you, or fuck it, y'all could be the same, but he just
Mhm.
feels that she's so fucking insightful. And you
Right.
like, nigga, she's me. The fuck
Right.
is you talking about?
Right.
Is it?
A lot of times they do that though. They will pick somebody that's like look like you or act similarly or whatever, and you're just like, what was the point?
Your ex did get it right with the big booties, with the chocolate and the big booties. He did get that right.
Yeah, yeah. It's
Shit.
stupid. But yeah, I,
Um,
I I would definitely say to me, I think the biggest thing has been the the shift in attitude. That
mhm.
shift in attitude, you like, what's up with you? Because the thing is, when you have someone else and you could just be like, shoot, I could just call choice B like so easily versus like, we need to work this out, babe. Like, you know, it's just easier when it's somebody else in the picture. And the energy is always different. It's an energy thing too. The energy is definitely different. The only way I say that it's really, really hard to tell is when the guy has been doing it for so long. Because it's he already has his like routines down pat. So one guy that I ended up
What you
talking
mean doing it for so long? Doing it so long to like to you, or doing it so long as in general? Like it's just what he
so
been
okay,
doing.
so for example, a guy I was talking to, he had basically he had a wife and had been having girlfriends for years. For years, right? So
Mhm.
because this is something he does all the time, like if you call him at 1 o'clock in the morning, he pick up on the first ring. Hey, what's up, babe? What you need? Like it didn't matter. Like he had it down to like a science. So there was no break in his pattern because he had already like troubleshooted that. So you didn't feel that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like he had already troubleshooted, like, okay, if they call late, then I do this so it won't seem suspicious. Or if this
Mhm.
happened, I'll say this. Because he's been doing it for 10 years. You know what I'm
Look at you
saying?
talking with your hands. Ah.
So yeah, I would say some guys, especially the married guys who've been doing this for a long time, they have really, really gotten good at it. And because they got somebody to go home to, they may care about you because sometimes they be caring about them side chicks more than they like care about their wife sometimes. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I just think it's harder to tell with some of the married men because they just hit it. They get it right because they already got it worked out in their brain how it's gonna work.
So, what would you suggest, like, for a woman that wants to find out if her man is cheating and she's married to him and he's routine, like you said?
I would say number one, if you think it is probably happening and you're the person that's interacting with them regularly, so you know it's. I would say this: if you go looking, you better be prepared to leave. If you're not prepared to leave, don't go looking.
But what I will say is, I'm gonna have to go back to definitely that flipping over that phone or getting off that phone real quick as soon as you enter the room. Question
Mm-hmm.
that.
Mm-hmm.
Even if it's not cheating, he could be talking to his bookie because the nigga got a gambling addiction and he don't want you to find out. It's still something suspicious
Something
behind that shit.
suspicious going on.
Yeah.
Right, right, right. But yeah,
So
I would definitely say, shoot, if you suspect it, it's for a reason that you suspecting something is off. I can't think of a time that I suspected something and I wasn't dead on. But the question is this: if you go looking, are you prepared to leave? If you're not prepared to leave, don't go looking. Because you already know what it is. Because sometimes you're not really ready to make that move. But if you want to find out, I'm going to give you a couple little clues.
she
Number
might
one,
not even be ready to leave. Well, not to cut you off, but she might not even be ready to leave. She might just want to use what she found as ammo and, threaten
yeah,
that
but
nigga or something like that. What if he's high power and she could threaten him, I'm gonna take this to the public type shit if you don't do this, this, and that, and sign this over to me, motherfucker. Otherwise, everybody
okay, if
gonna
you
know
want to
about
do
your mistress.
extortion for monetary gain, that's a different, like whole little part of the brain and strategy, you know what I'm saying? Or if you just want to find out because you want to create your exit strategy, that's cool too. Cause I had a homegirl that did that. She wanted to know, so she went digging. She found out. She confronted the guy about it. Um, she did confront him about it. He kept doing what he was doing. And so she stopped saying anything about it and she just started stacking her chips and creating her exit plan and she just played along with the program and she ended up on top in that situation because I mean, by the time she left that situation, she had put up so much money. And then he ended up losing his really good job and losing the place that he was living in. And she had a whole degree and money saved up and bought her a house. So I mean, it depends on where you want to go with it. It depends on if she's doing real good to this
He
day.
better call LaQuisha. Call
Yeah.
LaQuisha. Call the one you was sleeping and creeping with. And she probably didn't even want your ass no more because she liked the fact that you was married. And now you just got too much time for her because she wasn't that type of loyal side chick to your ass.
Well, that's the thing people miss. It's like, you know, they 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 miss the fact of like a guy could be with a solid woman, right? He has this solid woman. She might be considered a nag to him or this and that, but she is the one holding stuff down. She's the one who's maybe telling you, what you need to work on. She might be the one she's like the bread and butter. In the pimp world, that's the bottom bitch, right? She is the foundation, right? So all these other women see this put together man, but they don't realize he's so put together because this woman has been holding it down for him to be
Mhm.
able to flourish the way he's flourishing.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So they see him, he looking good, he's smelling good, he's confident, he got this and this and this going on. Little do they know it's some woman in the background that's covering him, that's filling in the gaps where he's missing things, that has his back, so that he can look good going out, like, everything just effortless. And they see this confidence on him and they think he just came like that, you know? And it's not until that woman is removed from that situation that he starts to see them women ain't really there for the long haul. Girl, what is wrong with your wrist?
Girl, it's something.
What the hell?
I was trying to put my controllers down so I could use the finger moment because you could actually put your controllers down and use your actual fingers in real life. But we're not gonna teach you how to do that yet because
I'm still learning the basics. Yeah.
yeah, you just learned what 1 plus 1 is. So uh, okay, go ahead and give it to them about the women since you want to
Okay.
help them.
No, it's
I
not.
ain't telling
I
you
would
niggas
just say
shit.
women are so smart. So the number one thing that a woman is gonna
Black
do,
women don't cheat. That's all I got to say.
number one thing you have to remember is she knows not to break pattern. So she's not gonna break patterns. So you can't look for that. I think probably when I think about the women that I know that are like avid cheaters, they know exactly what to say and they don't break patterns. So if they have a particular pattern, they're gonna stay within that pattern and always think through their alibi. So you're not gonna catch them on that. You may catch them, you know, more from like an emotional standpoint. So I think it's more about knowing your the woman that you're with, like, and maybe the sex thing too. Like, where this come from? You know what I mean? The extras all the time. Like, you this I've been with you 10 years. Now you got all this extra going on, and
But
I
women
I
really
don't
do
know.
be reading articles and stuff and might be trying to spice up they bedroom stuff.
That's true. I'm not saying that you can't come with something, and then we take classes and stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
so
it's not out of the ordinary for us to be like, okay, girl, I need to spice it up. They got this
I
class at the Pleasure Treasure. You gonna go with me? You know?
I think I would put, you know how for the men you were like when I brought up the fact that what did I say? I said if he stopped sleeping with you, which really ain't the case because they still gonna be sleeping with you type
Yes.
shit. And you was like that would be like a low indicator.
Mm-hmm.
I think that that's why I
A
would put
high
that one for the
indicator.
women. For the no, we said low indicator because they don't change their pattern when it comes to they could still sleep with you and sleep with
No,
somebody
I'm
else and
saying
you
it's a high indicator for women.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
but back to what I was saying, what would be a low indicator was what you just said about them possibly bringing a new trick into the bedroom.
Yeah,
That one,
maybe.
yeah. I
Yeah.
wouldn't necessarily focus on that one, fellas, because she really could be trying to do something special for your punk ass.
Yeah. No, and you're right. Women will read books or take classes or, try to find, like, especially if they really into they do, they will try to figure out, like, how can I just blow his mind, like, completely so that he only want to look at nobody else. Like, we really be thinking, like, how can we get mess their mind up so they never the same again? Like,
Um,
we really be thinking so maybe lack of sex altogether, which sometimes it just might be a turn off. They might be turned off from you for other reasons, but it could potentially be, that. It's harder with women. You just got to know your woman and
if
and
you
know something is off.
if you know y'all don't use condoms, which y'all don't, because I talk about you guys being raw all the time, and you see condoms in her purse or wherever else, and you know they don't belong to you, she's if she is using them with somebody else, but she probably more than likely is cheating on you, as well as if you told her you don't like when she wears bangs and she's one of the ones that was like, okay, babe, I won't wear bangs again. But now you notice the bitch always got on bangs. She wearing that shit because the other nigga told her that he likes how she looks with the bangs. So now I got bangs every goddamn day. Cause Paul done told me I look cool with the shit. And I'm always wearing pink because that's his favorite color. And you prefer me in the purple lingerie. But I'm gonna wear pink because Paul bought me all this pink shit.
Yeah. And then when she starts to not care at all, like she don't even care. Like you be doing the bullshit, she normally would have tripped and she just like, all right. You
Yeah.
better be worried at that point. If she tripping, you got a good chance. When she stopped tripping and she's just like, all right, Either she already got one foot out and the other one on the slippery banana, or she got some other stuff going on because she don't even care what you do. She's there for some other reason, maybe the kids or financial or comfort or rent is high as hell in LA, or it's some other reason why she might still be in it. She might have love for you, but she got some other stuff going on because maybe you missed the mark or whatever the case may be. So,
You ever seen the movie Baby, is it called Baby's Daddies?
with Tina Fey.
Nah. Babies, I'm probably saying the movie wrong, but it's with Eddie Griffin,
Um,
um, Anthony Anderson, and somebody else. You never seen that movie?
I don't remember
With
it.
the babies, it's called like Baby's Daddies or something like that. So it's a part in there. I think her name is Paula J. Parker. I think that's her. But it's a part in there where she getting head and I don't even think she's paying attention. She was either watching TV or flipping through a magazine. She was like, "Oh yeah, oh don't stop, oh," like doing all of that. If your woman do that and you know it sounds fake and unorganic, she's cheating. Okay. um,
Oh my
what
god.
else? Oh, I know you're not bisexual, but
Hmm.
I've come across a lot of men that actually do not like bisexual women. So some men will like, if you're bisexual, I won't be with you because I gotta worry about you cheating on me with one of your friends and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
So if your woman is bisexual and she's always with that one homegirl, they might be fooling around. All them at a
Yeah.
certain age, the sleepovers need to stop. So if you over 30 and you still doing sleepovers and you got a husband and all this shit at home and you doing a sleepover with your homegirl and you know she bisexual, they probably bumping uglies. That's a big secret I can give y'all.
Yeah.
I ain't telling y'all nothing else.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's harder to kind of list out for women because we just
And then I'm not a
don't.
cheater so
Yeah.
anymore. So I don't
Yeah.
so I don't even really like know what to like. That shit is old to me. Y'all eventually y'all need to grow up. Pick 2023 to grow up. Leave that cheating shit alone. It ain't worth it.
Right. And stop
I ain't
lying.
even I ain't even gonna give y'all the sex ed talk. Fuck that. Just people is crazy. And you don't know what it's gonna take for somebody's crazy meter to go off. Cause
Yeah.
maybe you done came across somebody and she's been cheated on so many times she decided to give your ass a chance and you was the last motherfucking straw. And now you a lifetime movie. Cause she done sliced your throat or fucked up your property because she caught your ass cheating.
Yeah. It's a dangerous game for sure for men or women to play because, well, again, you don't know. First of all, so many people out here with trauma. It's so many people who they trauma started even before they started dating. It started with family, and they've been
Hmm.
betrayed and lied to and all this stuff. And like you said, last straw. You don't know, and it doesn't matter. Like sometimes men will look at a woman and say, "Oh, this little woman compared to me, what's she gonna do to me?"
You'd be
But
surprised. Least
I
the left eye. Burn
not
your whole
only
goddamn
that,
house down.
not only that, like from a strategic standpoint, like shoot, we'll ruin your life. It's not about you getting beat up. You know what I mean? They'll think of something to ruin your entire life. And I mean, not saying it's right, but it's just the point of there becomes a point in life where you really need to think about like how you treat people. If you want to be out here, it's
Yeah.
polyamorous relationships you can be in. It's all kind of we in a day and age you could do whatever you want to do, and it's people or a committee or a group or whatever that's with it. So just be with that. Stop dragging people into a lifestyle they didn't volunteer for. Like, I didn't volunteer to be in no polyamorous relationship. If you want to have multiple women, sign up for women that's cool with you because there's plenty of them out here that's cool with it as long as you whatever. Some of them it's a financial thing. Some of
Some
them
don't
they're
even
like as
care about
long as
the
you treat me
finances.
right. So stop dragging people into stuff. But all
Let's look
right.
into
So
telling your parents to change that goddamn smoke detector that I've been
you
hearing
still hear
this whole show, and it's ghetto.
it? Oh my God.
Now, what I was gonna say is, do you want to give out the good advice for the questions, and I give out bad advice, the wrong answers?
That'll be good unless you have some real good advice to add.
Okay, let's ask about 3 to 4 questions, and then we'll get on up out of here.
All right. Okay, so the first question, these are the questions that some guys submitted to be answered. Now some of them you probably think are stupid, but this is what they want to know, so we're gonna answer them. So the first question is, do you get publicly aroused? Do you randomly get sexually aroused in public for no reason at all, like men? And if so, does it die down quickly?
Nah,
Uh,
we nuns. We only get turned on at home behind closed doors with the lights off.
I think women I think women get aroused just like men get aroused. It's just you guys show more, and it's heightened for us during certain like ovulation. Of course it's more heightened. It probably worse than a man. And then also after like certain age brackets, it increases. That's why you see a lot of women like in their 40s and 50s messing with guys in their 20s, because their drive is so like up there at that point that guys in that same age bracket can no
Is that
longer
what I
keep
have to
up.
look forward to? Because I will be 40 in 5 years. Will I be a cougar at that
Yeah,
point?
yeah.
Because
It has.
22-year-olds be hitting me up now. But I remember when I was getting it cracking at 22. It was cool, but it was nothing like what's cracking now. So I don't know
I
if I
can't
want to
date
go back
nobody in their
down that.
20s,
Yeah,
20s.
that's, I mean, I know men do it all the time, but that's a kid to
Damn.
me. Like,
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
care what that dick hitting on. No, thank you. I know
Yeah,
you
and then
immature as fuck at
try to have, and
22.
then looking at them, and then trying to have a conversation. It just remind me of my students. I can't,
And then
but
like,
I
what if like while you talking to them, they just keep doing dabs and shit or trying to dance, like, because that's what these young kids be doing. Like, I ain't got time for that shit. Juju on that beat. No, nigga, did you go get the groceries? Shit.
right, you got to tell them everything. Nobody got time for that. So the answer is yeah, we had the same emotions like y'all. Sometimes worse. So it's just not something that's an outwardly shown thing. So yeah, it's the same. We are less likely to say it, and you guys are more likely to say it. But that also depends on the woman. All
True.
right. Next question. Do women prefer men to be open and direct about their intentions when dating, or is there necessarily a nuance, subtle signals, and such? I don't know what that means, but like for instance, is it better for men when getting to know a woman they are interested in to say, "Hey, I like you. I'd love to take you out on a date sometime," versus being nice and kind or playing a game where both parties try to figure out if the other person's say to be direct. I mean, ask me out so we can go out so we can have a good time, but be direct because I don't want to be in limbo, not sure. And I don't assume anymore because I've assumed wrong before. And a person might say, well, if a guy like you because they do this and that for you. Well, I've had that to happen before more than one time where I was spending time with a guy and I was hanging out and we were going out and we were having deep conversations and I thought it was going somewhere, that person was there for me and our
Y'all
end
was just
game wasn't,
friends.
yeah, our end game wasn't the same. They was on some friend stuff and I'm like, what? So now I don't assume that. You have to tell me what it is. You got to tell me, like, you know, I want to be with you, like, exclusive. I want to date you exclusively, or whatever the case may be. Otherwise, I'm not going to assume. And then I've had guys to assume wrongly
Tell
on
them
the
to sing "I Want to Be Your Man."
yeah.
Wanna be your man. You remember that song? I wanna be your man. Sing that shit outside in the rain with a boombox.
Right, right. You got to tell me. If you don't, you got to explicitly say it to me. Don't. I'm not assuming anything. And like I said, I've had guys on a flip to assume wrongly. They felt like because they took me out on a couple of dates that I don't know that we was together. I don't know. I wasn't thinking that. And then they got offended. Like, you think I was just spending my money on you for nothing?
Don't make me choke.
I'm
Maybe
like,
one of they
what?
lick. They want they lick back,
Right,
or they want some ass,
right.
and you
And
ain't
then
getting
he was
neither
like,
one.
you know how much money I spent on you? I said, well, you want me to take you out?
You know what? We kind of derailing, but I had this conversation with somebody the other day because I said, see, that's the problem with dating. And, I feel differently about coffee dates than you do. But I was like, he wouldn't be doing all these coffee dates if he wouldn't be going out with 15 women per month and spending thousands of dollars, and then being like, I ain't spending no more money on any of you bitches. Well, start vetting people, get to know people on the phone a little bit first before you just start shelling out cash, goofy. Like that, it just drives me crazy. But back to the questions. All
Sorry.
women are different.
Yeah,
I want a man that's direct. If you feeling me, tell me that you feeling me.
right.
If you're not looking for anything serious, let me know so I can decide how I want to move. Am I just looking for fun, or am I looking for something for real?
Hmm.
And I may not be looking for anything fun, but who's to say that the woman behind me ain't? People are
Yeah,
always, you'll always find somebody that's looking for what you're looking for.
I agree. I agree. Okay, maybe one more question.
All right.
All right. What turns you off about a guy?
Hygiene.
Mhm.
Like brown shit stain. I never got that call back.
That's just ridiculous, though. Like, he's like
um
extreme.
No, but I'm so bad because like even like when I was dating like maybe a few years ago, and this guy came over after work and he wanted a hug and stuff. Nigga, you stink. Like I don't want to hug you. I really don't even want you over here because you came over here after work. I got a shower. Do you want to hit my shower? Because I'm
Oh,
just like real like I don't that shit
see,
drives me the fuck
I got a
insane.
different take on that one.
No.
Okay,
This
I got.
nigga's jacket smelled. He was outside in the rain washing cars all day. I get that. But now you bringing this funky ass shit into my home, and I don't want to smell that.
Oh,
You not my nigga.
hell no.
Okay,
You
that's what
didn't
I.
hang out
Okay,
the
that's
bacon to me.
yeah. Well,
No, we
that's the
just
thing.
chilling.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because I
And if
remember
you are
telling.
my dude, you come in
Yeah,
here and get settled and get the fuck in the shower. That's what you
right,
do. And by the
right,
time you get out, your dinner will be where it needs to be at.
right.
But
That's
don't
what I was
come in
gonna
this mother.
say.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that I had a boyfriend years ago. He did like automotive stuff and all that stuff. I told him, if you dirty and stinky because you was working hard making money, I got you. And he came. And he was like, I was like, you on your way? And he was like, yeah, I ran up some bath water. He was so happy. I was like, cause you ain't about to sit on my couch with that funk. And then that
Girl,
fast
they
breathing.
get
I gotta figure out how
offended.
I gotta get that out.
They get offended
Oh
when
yeah.
I say, and I'm like, as big as hygiene as I am, all this you are what you attract shit. Nah, y'all lied. Y'all lied to me. Y'all lied to me, goddamn it, because I don't
You
stink. So
attracted the
no.
wrong.
Yeah. Um, what else? Let me say real answers and not be mean. But everybody's turnoffs are different.
Hmm.
I don't like a man that cannot communicate. I don't like a man that is scared to express their emotions. So if they like me or if I hurt their feelings, say that.
Hmm.
Don't just be mean or communicate indirectly by communicating through somebody else or doing something. Just go ahead and talk to me if I'm your partner. Let me
Hmm.
know what's going on.
My biggest turn off for a guy is like lack of audacity. Like a guy that
Lack
cannot
of audacity.
yes.
They got plenty of audacity, boo.
No, lack of audacity, not for the bull crap. I'm saying I'm saying that they have courage, they have like they're brave enough to like set a boundary. Like they're not scary. I
Okay.
don't like no scary, pushover. Like you got to be able to stand up for yourself and not let people run over you. You know what I mean? Like, be able to put your foot down in situations. I don't like when a guy is can't do that. Now, if he got a soft spot for me and let me run over him a little bit, okay. But like just letting everybody, like, no, I can't stand to see that. Like a guy, he's on the job and he haven't found a professional way to kind of like check people, or in his family they just talk to him any kind of way and he don't say nothing, or they coming at me and he doesn't say anything. Like that is a turn off to me. I don't like to deal with guys like that at all, because how can you protect me?
So what you pretty much saying is, if he lacks courage, he needs to go down the yellow brick road and see the wizard and
Yes.
get that courage. Okay. There you have it.
And of course hygiene and all that kind of stuff. And then
But it's sad
also,
that you actually have to say that, because you'd be surprised how many people do not believe in showering daily.
and then even
And
dental,
I thought it
that's
was just like the clears, but it's not. It's black folks too.
hmm
People really don't be washing their ass. It's
yeah.
sad.
And then the guys who feel like they have to stay connected to every single ex that they've ever had in life, even if they not messing with them no more. The fact that you doing that is like insurance. It's a reason you're doing that. You got to stay connected with every single ex that you ever had. You got to stay connected to like some people need to be cut off. You
They
only
do that
doing
because
that
they
for
want to be
insurance.
able to. They want to be able to go back if needed.
Yes.
You want to be
Yes.
cool. You want
Yeah,
to
I don't
still
like
claim that
that.
coochie is yours. Also, I take it a step further. All the hoes that you be following on Instagram, what is you following them for? If they ain't helping you with your business, or it's like people that you're actually like fans of, and I'm not talking about porn stars, but all the girls with their titties and their asses out. What is you really following them for? Liking and hearting their pictures.
Yeah, see, that don't
I don't
bother
like
me.
that
I don't
shit.
care.
That don't
I
have to
think it's
bother
just
you, but man, because if you liking dick, he gonna be mad at that. Who's all these niggas on your page, Cherry?
right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. And then also guys who are stuck. Wait, guys who are stuck in the past. They stuck in the past. They sound like Al Bundy when he got the touchdowns, and everything that they reference is from high school. They don't have no new experiences, haven't evolved since then. It's like sad. I'll be like, oh my God. Or they blame everybody. They blame everybody for everything, and everything's somebody else's fault. And then of course guys who got accountability issues. They can't take accountability for nothing. I love a man to be like, yeah, that was my fault. That was me. I messed that up. Like because that lets me know you realize and you've been grown from that point. Then to say everything to somebody, that is always a red flag. When the guy is blaming everybody around him, it was my. You see, you mean to tell me your baby mama, your real mama, your ex girlfriend, everybody else is at fault. You ain't got no fault in this. It's not nothing reflective. But you need to go through in your brain to figure out what you need to do. Because see, I'm the one that asks those questions. I will definitely start questioning. So all these people did this, and is there anything that you could have done differently now, reflecting back on it? Them the questions I asked, and then they're like,
They gonna say, of course not.
of
There
course,
was nothing they could
or
have
they'll
done.
say, yeah, I'm sure there was something they could have did, but when you ask for specifics, they can't give you nothing. So I got a problem with that. Because I don't have a problem with a man who's made mistakes in the past, because we all have. But I have a problem if you haven't grown from them and if you can't be transparent about that, because that shows a lack of growth and lack of transparency. So I don't know what I'm getting into.
Oh, you know what else is a turn off for me? Newborns, newborn babies. Cause what the fuck are you doing, my guy? Like, go change that saggy pamper. You know what I'm saying? You get right with your baby mama.
Yeah,
See
they
that
two
she
years
has her
old
needs taken
or younger.
care of.
2 years
She
older.
just had a baby and you out here dating.
Mm-hmm.
No, get your shit together,
Mm-hmm.
young man. or
Right.
old man, because you old niggas be having newborns too.
Oh my God. How about the 50-year-old that told me what?
At 50, if you get entrapped, just end your life. Cause what are you doing? You
Just
too
go.
old. You
All
yeah,
your
like
kids is grown. What you doing? Stupid.
Anyway. All right. We good?
Yeah, we good. We good. We good. This was good. I love our new bodies.
Okay. Body yada yada yada. Hey. Hold on. Look. Look at them cheeks.
I don't know how to do that yet, y'all. I'm still learning how to all the controllers.
Damn.
All
All
right,
right,
thank you
look, and it
guys.
even jiggle when I get back up. Look at that, look at that,
Oh
look at that.
my
Well, you can see the
God.
ass behind the thighs. Look at that, look at that. This real life shit right here, real life. Now y'all see what my booty really look like. All right, thank you. But she got to get some more stomach because I am a BBW and this stomach is just it's too snatched. Um, Thank y'all for tuning in and watching. Continue to send us questions. Hop in her inbox. Don't send me that shit, but send her questions and we'll go ahead and answer them for you. All right.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Take us out,
Bye.
Fifi. Play my new single.
I get so happy to be around you.
All right, Trey, cut it.
You took all the hurt and the pain and the sorrow. I'm so glad I found you.
You can stop it, Fee.
Loving you